Alright, we're live. Here we go. Alright, so last time we were playing, you guys were delving through the strange structure underneath the bathhouse, encountering some rather strange things, a few dead bodies, pile of corpses, some very odd mold, and then you ran into what appears to be some individuals torturing somebody. Um, where we left off was you guys went through and decimated those who were torturing and freed the individual that was chained up. Um, you do know that this individual's name is Clem Jasso. He was the one who he introduced himself. Um, he is hurt. He is cut. He's got various like whip wounds all over his body. It's just he did not have a very good day. Um, Once you guys got the enemy all cleared out, we kind of ended at that point. So, after the fight dies down, and you free Clem, he thanks you all, but he looks beat up, exhausted, and just not in a generally good place. Um, so I need to know what you all plan on doing next.
So, we had a conversation with him previously in my notes.
Yep.
That we had agreed to get him out of there and that I was going to take him back, either alone or with the rest of the group or however we want to do that. But either way, I need to make sure he gets up and out.
Yep.
All right.
Is he up and? I feel like we did some kind of a healing on him. I don't remember though.
I
And
do
I don't have it
believe
in my notes.
I do believe one of you gave him a healing potion,
Yeah.
and then you were going to either escort him out yourself or have the group go with.
That checks
so it's
out.
kind of up to you guys on how you want to handle this next situation.
What are your
What
guys' thoughts?
is your guys' plan?
Well, we should probably have someone go with you.
That's up to you. I can travel pretty quickly. I still have several tricks up my sleeve as far as being able to get in and around things. If I encounter, if I encounter issues on the way back, that would be might be a problem. But honestly, I should be able to take care of myself. I'd be more concerned with you guys if you decided to push forward without me.
I think
But
I was gonna check out where I'm at here and see what I see over here before I made a decision.
All right. What do you guys plan on doing?
if I remember right, we checked back there, and there was just the room with the dead body, wasn't there? We had already checked all the back
there was
area.
also a door that you guys haven't gone through.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think you're thinking of the other direction.
That's right. That was the other one. Yeah, that's right. So I can, if you guys want to stay here and finish out the rest of this little area, you can, or we can all travel back, or you guys can take a short rest while I go over and back, or if somebody wants to go with me, it's up to you guys. But I think first and foremost, we need to get the guy out of here.
Yeah.
I could also send Grun off in that direction, looking through his eyes to see what I find. If we don't wanna split up, other than like Marcus.
Now remember, Grun only has a range of 30 feet from you.
Oh, okay.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're comfortable, Marcus, go for it.
I mean, comfortable enough. We can do the best we can. So, yeah, that's up to you guys if you wanna if y'all want to go that route, we can absolutely do that. Coolsies. Well, let's. Before I go, I'm assuming everybody has probably worn out their hit points that I gave them earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and crank my channel divinity
Okay.
to get everybody temp hit points again.
All right.
That should get them to their. Hang on a second. Let me see.
I think I took 4 hit points damage last time. I was still doing alright.
Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Spirit level. Alright, everybody into the middle. It'll also end charmed or frightened effects, so.
All right. So you guys take a little bit of time, gather around Felix.
Get this other guy in there too. Yeah.
He kind of stumbles forward a little bit.
Alright, everybody gets 6 hit points.
Yay.
Temporary.
6 temporary hit points.
So if you're at your max still stays the same, but you go up. Alright. With that, including our friend, or buddy, or pal.
Right.
So let's go ahead and head out then.
All right. He will follow you. He goes, and as you start walking away, he's like, "I do thank you, kind person. My family will definitely pay for a reward for saving me."
We'll discuss that more when we get out of here.
As you wish. As you wish. All right. So you guys head off around the corner. What's the rest of the group gonna do? You guys just gonna hang out here and wait, or are you guys gonna plan on doing anything?
I was gonna go check out that walkway I was at. Over here.
All right. Are you gonna be sneaky about it? Or you're just gonna tromps through the water?
I'm sneaky always, especially in darkness.
You sneak everywhere. The only thing you know is sneak.
Yep. It's the only way you survive in the Underdark.
Right? Let me take a gander here. Okay. Alright. As you go around the corner and you take a quick look, you notice that there is a like a soggy wooden door that is to your west. It also sort of circles down and around.
Okay.
But at the moment, you don't see any enemies, or you don't really hear anything other than like the scurrying of rats, the dripping of water.
Alright. Come back and see what everybody's doing.
Okay. Kind of tell them what you saw.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, there's another door over here. There's another pathway beyond.
We want to wait for our companion or push forward?
Probably a good idea to wait.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It might be good to just wait.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, waiting's never a bad idea to just wait.
Okay. As you guys are sort of chilling here, it's kind of eerie. It's really quiet. The only noise you hear is like the slow burning of the torches on the walls. For a little while, you heard the wet, slopping footsteps echoing from Felix and Clem. Um, However, that slowly fades away.
I'll just hang out over by the other door. Wait for my feet to dry.
All right. As you kind of get by this door, go ahead and roll me a perception test, Shavia. $15. All right. As you are kind of over here just chilling, being sneaky, you do hear coming from beyond the door an odd scurrying in a low, like someone either humming or speaking in a low, hushed tone. Um, you can't quite place it what it is, but there's definitely someone or something beyond that door.
I'll stealth closer to the door and try to see if I can make out what language it is.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check real quick.
Yep.
Okay, cool. As you get closer, you do hear someone speaking, either like a soft female voice, but you just can't quite make out what they're saying. What languages do you know?
Let's see. Abyssal, Common, Elven, Goblin, Infernal, Primordial, Sylvan, Undercommon.
How the heck do you know 7 frickin' languages?
Background plus I'm a ranger.
Plus, your ranger gives you a bunch of languages?
Favored enemy. Background gives you. My background gave me 2 languages.
Dang. So Deft Explorer gives you 2 languages, and then you get
Yeah.
the language of your favorite enemy? What's your favorite enemy?
What did I go with? Fae and Goblinoid.
Okay, so that's if you have humanoid. You only get 1 to choose from. Like Fae would be your 1, unless it's a humanoid class. Oh well, we'll roll with it for now. That's crazy. All right. Strangely enough, you don't know what she is speaking.
Okay.
Which is weird to you. All right.
Yeah, I'll just stand there in silence and listen.
All right. As you are standing there, her, it does sound female on the other side of the door, and you hear the pitch
Okay.
kind of go up and down, as if she's sort of like either singing, or she's, either talking to like herself. It's really strange. All right. So as you're back, sorry, not as you're back, but man, I'm reading and doing stuff with too much. Felix, you make your way back and you escort Clem as fast as he can go, being injured as he is, back to the way up, the ladders that head up to the bathhouse. As he gets there, he's like, "Oh, thank you." He starts climbing up, a bit exhausted, and he goes, "Who may I ask are my rescuers?"
As of this moment, you may call me Lord Marshal Felix Balthazar Benedict, or just Lord Marshal Felix.
Lord Marshal Felix. Do you belong to a temple or something?
I do. I'm part of the Twilight Citadel.
Ah. Then I will
But it
send
is
your
just me
reward
who-
there.
We don't necessarily need a reward for rescuing someone who's needing helping, but any tribute that you would like, you may feel free to send.
Very well, I'll do so. Thank you again for my life. And at this point, he climbs up the the ladder, opens up the hatch, and you see him leave through the bathhouse.
Yep, I said I'd follow him up, make sure he gets out of the bathhouse okay.
Okay. Yeah, you get up there, you walk out. He looks a little like at the dead bodies that are still floating in the water. You guys get to the entry door, and he's like, "I do believe I can make my way home from here. Again, thank you kindly." And he heads out the door, and you see him kind of look around for a second and like breathe this sort of like just sigh of relief that he's free. And he turns and he just sort of gives you a slight wave, and he limps away from the front door. On your way back down, you climb back down the ladder. You do pass by that room that you guys haven't explored yet. And as you go by, yeah, you just continue. You end up back with the group. I'll just hide that guy
Very
for
good.
now. That only takes a few minutes, not very long, for you to come back around. Everyone's just sort of hanging out here, attempting to just sort of chill for a few minutes. Not quite long enough for a short rest, but a quick breather.
Come over to the group and tell them that there are voices on the other side of the door. Hushed voices.
Good to know.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
Onward?
Onward now that he's back.
Yes.
All right. You guys make your way through this wet section of this tunnel, and you come across that wooden door. As you approach, you notice that there is no longer a voice on the other side of the door.
Okay.
Carrie, do you want to filter in, or
Oh, yeah.
are we going to go through the other door first? 'Cause I see there's also this door right here.
Doors everywhere. free to explore.
I'm gonna go open this door real quick before everybody filters out.
Cool.
There was a door there.
Or wait for everybody to come back around and be like, let's check this door out real quick. See what's behind this.
All right, so you can open up the that door there to your
Yeah.
east. All right, cool. As you get close, who's gonna open the door? Like who's in the lead?
I would
Tank.
probably open it and let Carrie go through.
All right. As you get close to the
Sounds
door,
good to me.
roll me a nature check.
Both of us or just Marcus?
Whoever's within 5 feet of the door.
Whee! Holy
Hey, there you go.
shit.
Nice.
Okay. Ploquat, as you approach the door that Felix has pointed out, as you go, like, you reach your hand out to just sort of test the door, and you smell something strange. You take a few whiffs, and you immediately recognize a type of gas that is slowly seeping through the door. Smells like either sulfur or rotten eggs. It's a putrid stench.
Ooh, bring a torch over.
I'll audibly make some noise. That's gross.
Okay?
Maybe we don't want to open that door.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing.
That was the torches.
Or maybe toss a torch over by it, maybe? Just stand back and throw a torch? Give it a good chuck. I don't know. Somebody with a fire spell, chuck a fire spell at it? Either way, we probably want to stand back.
Yeah.
I do not have a fire spell. Wait, let me look at one thing. Actually, I can do a fire spell. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna step back myself.
Probably don't burn a spell slot on it. I mean, we could chuck a torch just as easy.
Oh, yeah, it would be a spell slot, but I mean, I have 6, so
Yes,
Alright,
but
I
that's
can.
6 more than what you'll have if
yeah.
I have a cantrip I can throw at it.
you never know when you're going to need that one spell slot.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Especially when you can get a cantrip.
What cantrip you gonna use?
Firebolt?
Alright, so you're gonna firebolt the door?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna stand back.
I'm gonna join Dustin around the corner.
Alright. For 1 fire damage. Okay. You do your quick little incantation, throw your firebolt at the door. It hits the door, just and you sort of see like this, like a little bit of flame build up, and then it goes, the door just ignites, and then the door itself
We're here.
explodes from the door, or from the section. Let me check something here. $20 feet. Okay, cool. The door itself.
I made a good decision.
The door just fucking explodes. flames erupt over. You hear this. Things like the room kind of shakes. Like ripples in the water, dust and like small rocks fall from the ceiling. The explosion just racked this whole place. But after that, after a moment, it just sort of like the explosion happens and then it just sort of dies down. Whatever gas was beyond that door has been basically extinguished.
Nice.
All right. I need you all. You know what? It'll be fine. What do you guys want to do now? You want to go through the now exploded room, or the other way?
Might as well go explore it.
Maybe we want to let the smoke clear out a little ways.
Okay.
True.
After that big of a fireball, there's probably fun fumes and very little oxygen.
Yeah, you can hear like after it like exploded, you hear that sort of some of the air from this room you're in goes in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's give that a little bit of time to clear out. That's my thought. Or we send Lewis, one of the two.
Lewis,
Oh, right.
Lewis.
War forged, war forged.
Go, Lewis. It's
You
your
are being
turn.
rescued. Do not resist.
That's right. You are being invaded. Lay down your weapons.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Besides just stand there and watch.
Yeah, how about we
Damn
go
it,
forward?
I don't have
Why don't-
anything to smoke. I can't pull out my pipe. My poor turtle needs a pipe.
Should have
Damn it,
bought one
I
in
filled
town.
up with one. I should have, but I forgot about the weed till now.
That's just more planning.
That is.
Right? Such poor planning.
Alright, after a minute or two, you no longer see the sort of smoke coming out. Whatever has happened is over.
Well, since there's no door, do we want to just shove forward into there, or do we want to go around the corner to where there's voices? See if they've come this way to see what the explosion was.
Yeah, since I've been standing over here, have I heard anything, Kevin?
Alright, we'll cut back about a minute. Well, not really a minute, but just a little bit ago. Shavia, as you are standing here, the door opens.
Shit.
And you hear this. And you
Am I in
see
darkness over here.
you are in darkness. I'm just gonna
Yay.
do this. I'm gonna flip this door around real quick. That way it opens in instead of. There we go, perfect.
Magic is happening. Doors are flipping.
You see this corpse walk out like. It starts to look around.
That's not good.
What are you gonna do?
The door's still open.
The door is still open. The creature is just sort of standing there, kind of looking around. The eyes seem a bit different. You've seen undead before. This one here has just sort of this glow in its eyes.
That's creepy as fuck. I'm gonna shoot it.
And it is. You're gonna shoot it?
Yep.
Alright, cool. Roll an attack. Alright. Your crossbow kind of sticks into the body. It's just kind of like.
Ambush attack.
Doesn't appear to be. Okay. Again, double shot this thing.
bonus action. Oh jeez.
All right, so hang on a second. You rolled 3 attacks.
Yeah.
That's because you have the
Ambush.
ambush, right? Okay, cool.
And the third was
Alright.
the bonus action.
All right, so 3 shots with your hand crossbow. 2 of them hit the body and are kind of like they're sticking out, like the bolts are in there. The third one, however, hits it in the head. It's like wham! You see the head kind of rock back a little bit, and then it just sort of turns and looks again, and it's like as it makes that noise. The wounds you put in its body like are oozing with just black Icarus blood. All right. The rest of you hear toop 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 toop. Dustin's speedy crossbow shots. What do y'all want to do, or do you say anything, Shavia?
No, I don't say anything. 'Cause I have a feeling there's something else behind that door.
All right. The creature turns and looks at you. Walks in your
That's nice.
direction. And I need you to roll, first, a wisdom save. As the eyes flash with this unnatural light.
That's really not good.
Fantastic. You are feared. You gaze into this thing's eyes, and all you feel is just this sense of dread and fear for your life. You must flee.
Alright.
However, that's its gaze. Secondly, let me roll his thing here. Character sheet doesn't appear to be working, so I will just roll a d20. What's your AC, Shavia?
17.
17. Okay. Alright. Its hand whoom, swipes at you, hitting you. For 3 damage.
Okay.
Alright. Do you have any movement?
Yeah, I haven't moved.
You haven't moved. Alright. You are forced to flee.
See ya. How do you do this? Okay, 12 there.
12 there. 23 there. Or 21-ish. That's close enough.
30. With Dread Amperster, my speed increases by 10.
By 10, that's right. Okay. So you just like, you're like, your hand off the wall, running around the corners. Alright, so you just run through Felix.
Yep.
Alright. Felix, you see Shavia running, and she just sort of like shoulder checks you to the side for a second, and she's just like, look of immense fear in her eyes. Alright, what is everyone going to do?
Yep. It's seen me in the darkness. I don't like it.
That's called dark vision.
No, dark
It's-
vision doesn't work.
It's not dark vision.
Okay, so creepy dark vision.
Yes. And it slapped me. I did not approve.
Yeah,
Did it
slapped
touch you without your
hard.
consent?
Yes.
In that note, why don't everyone roll initiative?
Carrie, don't forget you have advantage.
I
Why is it not counting? Okay,
Oh,
that's
let
a 18 is mine.
18 is yours. Okay.
I don't know
Additional
why it's not counting
5.
the additional 5, but bleh.
Not sure. Additional 5.
My wisdom is added.
Okay. I'm not sure why that's not taking effect. We'll have to look into it at a later time. But you have an 18. Ploquat got an 11. Felix got a 9. Okay, cool. Yeah, fuck it.
Excuse me.
All right, Omen, you are up. Shivia runs out, moves Felix out of the way to get past him. What are you gonna do?
So I don't see this thing.
You do not. All you know is
Okay.
that this person is very scared and is running from something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to like head down there, but I will like I guess kind of react to the situation like, wait, what's going on? I'll call out to Shavias, like try to get some information as to what just happened. I
All right.
didn't see what happened.
What would you like to tell them, Shivia?
Do I know anything about undead?
Is it
What
one of
type
your
of undead
favorite
this
enemies?
Ew.
Okay.
No.
Then you are not sure. All you saw was a corpse walking around that had weird eyes.
Creepy undead that could see through my darkness. Had glowing eyes. At least I think it was glowing.
Yes.
Okay.
glowing. The eyes flashed a strange, like, purpley green putrid glow.
Lovely.
I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna head down there after it. I'm not a frontline tanky person, so I will pass my turn.
Passing your turn.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Alright, Shavia. You do not see this creature anymore, but you still have the fear condition. You can collect yourself for the moment, but if you see it again, you'll have to make another roll.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over here and try to blend into the darkness.
Alright, roll stealth. $16. Alright. That's you. Are you going to ready an action, or are you just... Oh, no, you stealth. Never mind. That is your action.
Yep.
Cool. Ploquat. What are you going to do?
Seeing as how he's terrified, I'm just gonna kind of hang out right about here and wait for that thing to come find me this way.
You're just gonna wait behind Felix?
Yeah.
Alright. That is your action. Alright. Alright, Shavia. With your dark vision, you see that thing kind of... You all hear it now, just kind of like... Kind of like walking through the water. As you look at it, Shavia, roll me another wisdom save, please.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Jeez.
Unfortunately, just the sight of this thing coming around the corner, eyes don't flash, but you just look at it, and that fear just instantly comes back and roils over you.
Yep.
Gotta flee.
Yep.
When you have movement, that it is. Felix! You hear this thing.
Well. Two shakes. Let's see what we need to do here.
I'm here. I'm just gonna get water and mute myself.
Alright, no worries.
Let's do some. You know what? We're not going to cast because I think we need to hold that for healing. Let's go down and smack it. What's up, buddy?
Alright, as you turn the corner, you see this emaciated corpse just kind of walking around. The eyes seem hollow except for this sort of weird green, like dark green light. That's just kind of like candle flickers inside the sockets. You see the bolt sticking out of its head and chest and stomach from where, like you recognize the bolts from Shavia hitting this thing. Yeah, it turns, it's walking, you round the corner. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to hit it.
Cool. What are you using as a weapon again?
Warhammer.
Cool. Roll to hit.
22, 9 damage.
22, 9 damage. Alright. You bring the hammer down. Bam! You're using the spiky end or the flat end?
We're going to use the flat end.
Okay. Bam! You see like flesh and just like other things just kind of like splats off of it. Almost kind of like on the walls from the impact. It stumbles back a bit. It seems to have had more effect than the crossbow bolts. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. I'm going to call. Ooh, it's squishy.
Ew, it's all squishy.
It's all squingy.
All right. Alrighty. These guys. Aw, sad day. Coming from around the corner, Felix, you see just a swarm of these rats. Just like they're running through the water on top of each other, heading in your direction. You do notice, however, that these are not alive.
Not awesome.
Like, a lot of them have, like, partial skeletal frames. Like, some of them have their organs kind of hanging out, and, like, they're just just frothing. And there's just a whole swarm of them.
Alright, well. Take care of those next round.
Temple. You are up.
Okay. Take a look here. If I can't step in here. And I will try to shoot the zombie-looking thing.
What are you gonna shoot him with?
The lightning thing out of my chest, out of my armor.
Alrighty.
17 to hit for 12 lightning.
Okay, yeah, it's actually, well, disadvantage because,
Oh.
but yeah, 17 would be your disadvantage. Just
Okay.
because Felix is in the way.
Yep.
17. Alright, 17 hits. You see it kind of crackle. Here's the thing. I need Felix, Shavia, and
Oh,
you,
man.
Temple, to roll a dexterity save.
Oops. Sorry, I double-clicked. So 20.
Alright, so a 20, a 10, and a 26. Alright, you crackle your lightning. It strikes the undead creature. You see bits of it just like just burn and boil. You see like the lightning marks, and then Felix, you take half that damage, so 6
6.
damage. You kind of there and just kind of get you a little bit. As for Temple and Shavia, you kind of see it kind of hop out of the water for a second, not taking any of the damage.
Getting a sense of firebolt all over again.
That was in the back. This was in his face.
I'm about done with this robot.
Bad Lewis.
I'm about to return it to sender.
My turn.
Call Amazon. This is defective. We got to get a new one. Omen, you're up. Oh, hang on. Did Carrie go?
I've gone once.
Okay, just making sure.
It doesn't look like she's in the order though.
Yeah, she is. She didn't do anything. That's why she just sort of stood there and waited.
Oh, that's right.
Omen, you're up. What you doing?
Yeah, I didn't know where the thing was. So I
Um,
didn't see it, so.
Yeah, I'm not getting in the water after watching that display, so I'm just gonna stay right where I'm at. If this thing makes it any further, then I'll start casting at it, but I don't think I have line of sight and I'm not getting in the water. I'll pass my turn.
All right. Coming around the corner, up and over the other rat swarm, between the legs of the undead, more of these weird skeletal rats. You're the first one there, Felix. They start to swarm around your legs. They did take damage from the lightning, though. Which I need to note real quick. Alright, as they run around, they swarm around your feet. You feel them like against your armor, biting and gnawing and gnashing. They are going.
Not okay.
They are doing a bite attack. That'll be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, a series of bites, just like they're catching like the small sections of your armor, the bits in between. All together, you take 7 damage.
Okay.
Alright, Shavia, as you land back into the water, you see that swarm come around, and they're just like they're like at his waist of Felix and just like climbing and biting.
Am I still feared?
With a 12, you are still feared, sorry.
Okay, bye.
Back around the corner.
Yep.
Awesome. Alright. Oops. Alright, Felix, you see this looks like a woman. It looks like she has a hood on, but it's back, and she's just super gaunt. rail thin, and she's got this staff that has like a series of rat heads on the top, and she's looks like she's had one of her eyes gouged out, and she's just like, more corpses. And like when she speaks, like you can see like her rotten teeth. Her tongue is just sort of like been chewed on, but you don't get the sense that she's undead. However, she hang on, character sheet's not doing what I want it to do. Okay. Cool. What is your armor class, Felix?
18.
18. All right. From the staff, she's like waves it above her head and whips it in your direction. You kind of just sort of move your shoulder out of the way to the right as this putrid, sick green ray hits the wall, and you see it just kind of like it kind of stinks like bile, but she doesn't hit you with her attack. Cloakwatch, you hear a lot of fighting going on. What you gonna do?
Time to join the fight. Is there any way I can get over there?
There's really not much room.
No, there isn't.
Give it a minute. Give it a minute. There'll be room.
I'll just hang out here.
Hold your turn until
There we go.
until there's room made.
Okay, do you want to hold your turn, since you haven't moved or nothing, to go after Felix?
Sure.
Okay.
Or hold the action until room opens up.
Okay. Remind me here in a second. Cloakwatch. Alright, this undead creature, shoulder smashed from your Warhammer attack, bolt sticking out of it. It looks you in the eye, Felix, and like you see that flash of that putrid green. I need you to roll a wisdom save for me.
17.
Oh, 17. That is a success. Alright, it flashes, and you're like, whoa! Like, you get a sudden burst of just that sort of chill goes down your spine. However, you kind of shrug it off.
Very distracted getting bit by skeleton rats.
Skeletal rats in my pants.
There's no time, zombie man. There's no time.
These rats are going for my nuts. You don't scare me.
However, time. There is, however, time to turn it around on you all.
Right. It's going to take a swing at you. That is an 11. That is a miss. It kind of goes, you just sort of bat it out of the way with your shield. Alright, Felix, you are up. What are you going to do?
We will turn undead.
Alright, turn undead. Go ahead and post that in chat.
Turn him. 15 wisdom save. Ooh. 15 is the DC.
Alright, wisdom saving throw. They're just turned, they don't get destroyed, huh?
Nope, not yet. Not high
Okay.
enough level.
Not quite yet, but soon.
But hopefully it'll at least make them run off of my feet.
Hopefully. Okay.
Assuming they don't save, but who
Rats.
knows.
That is an 8. Okay. Wow. All right. The rats at your feet flee from you.
Sweet.
Do they instantly move, or do they just get the turn thing? Spends its turn trying to move as fast as far away as it can. Okay. Just double checking. All right, cool. Yeah, these ones run away. These guys run
And
away.
then
This guy
I'm
runs
going
away.
to healing word myself.
All right, those guys move. All right,
As a
healing
bonus action.
word. Seven, nice.
And then that's it. Is she technically in range?
4.
Of me to hit me if I were to move?
Technically yes.
Okay. Then I will move forward around the corner to turn and face her.
You gonna turn to face her?
Yeah, for my move.
All right, go ahead and move yourself.
It is
nope.
not on me.
All right, here. You turn and you see this. She's got robes on, but they are very revealing, and you just see ribs, sunken in stomach. The only thing she's wearing is these robes, and they're very loosely fit. She looks emaciated. She's just not pleasant to look at. Temple, you are up. What are you gonna do?
All right.
Please don't do that again.
I know. I guess I will step up next to Marcus so I can see around the corner there.
Okay.
And I'll throw
Lightning.
Ray of Frost. We'll do Ray of Frost this time.
All right.
17 to hit the.
That is a 17 to hit. 17 hits for 5 damage.
Yep, cold damage, and it does other stuff.
Yeah, it slows her movement down by 5, I think.
10
10. Okay, I knew it was
until the start of my turn.
Okay. You see the frost hit, and you see sections of her body kind of like. She's like a pale white. You see this sort of like turn her purpley blue.
That was my turn.
All right. Omen, you are up.
Yeah, I'm still not. Well, if I move there, would I be able to see the person standing there or no?
She would have cover, but yeah.
Okay. As long as I can see her, then I'm gonna mind sliver.
Mind sliver. Alright, is that an attack roll, or is it something she has to roll a save for?
DC save.
Okay,
DC
so then
13
it sort of
save.
ignores the covers of rules
Yes.
of cover.
Yeah, I just need to be able to see them.
Right, alright. Mine DC intelligence save of 13. Alright. Let me get her a roll here. God, if she fails this, this guy's be dumb. That is a natural 18. Alright, you cast your mind sliver, and she looks at you, and with those deep, sunken, emaciated face and eyes, you tell that it just does not affect her. It's a half damage, or is it no damage?
I believe it's no damage.
No damage. All right, cool. All right, that's you, Omen.
Yep.
The rat swarm. They have to keep running. You turned them good. Shavia, you are no longer in sight of this undead creature. So you're kind of like, oh. As soon as you're not looking at it, the fear kind of goes away. It's only when you are confronted by this thing that it affects you.
Alright.
So what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna move up and hide behind Gary.
Hide behind the giant turtle.
Yep. And that's my turn.
All right, close quarter combat in a stinky place. Gotta love it. The woman looks at you, Felix, and she goes, "You will make a fine corpse. I will enjoy decorating your insides." She will cast a spell of something. I gotta take a quick measure. Oh, that's the wrong spell. All right. She takes her staff and she holds the end of it and kind of like points it in your guys' direction. And you see just a gout of flame. I need Felix, Temple, and Omen to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please. As fire just sort of encompasses that whole area. Good lordy mody.
I made a deck save.
You nat 20 to dex save. Everyone else failed. All right. Yeah, DC was 14. So, Omen and Temple, you guys take 8 fire damage. Felix, you take 4 fire damage. As she now sees sort of like the rest of you. Alright, cool. She'll go, she goes, "Come find me if you can." And you just see this, like this, like flies and gnats erupt from her body, making this cloud of just insects. And she is no longer visible.
Can I whack it as it leaves?
You cannot.
That panda.
Alright, Ploquat, you're up. What do you want to do? You just see flame erupt and like burn Omen.
But there's still no room for me.
There is now.
There is now.
Where?
At the very front. Meander your way through.
You can squeeze through your friend's territory. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What's your movement? 30?
Yep.
Alright. As you kind of get your big shell around, kind of move through all of your allies here, you see the back of this undead creature limping really funny. It's like it's trying to get away from someone. What are you gonna do?
Skull flare. And I'm gonna miss. 'Cause I rolled a 3.
Technically, you would roll with advantage because it's fleeing, but you rolled a 12, so that doesn't, you don't hit.
Oh, that's right. I don't get a roll again. But can I just hit the next one? so much better.
No. Do you have a second attack?
No, I don't. I missed.
You could action surge,
Ooh, I could.
and then we could use those numbers.
I'll action surge and use those.
All right. You kind of run up, and you're like, woof! Ah! Bam! You hit it like the back of the head. It kind of stumbles forward. 7 damage. All right, cool. Sweet. It's kind of like makes a weird noise. Is that you, Ploquat?
That would be me.
All right. It turns to keep going, and it has to flee from Felix. So go ahead and take an
It's
attack
okay,
of
he's
opportunity on this here. That would hit. 10 more damage. Sweet. Do you have Sentinel? No.
No.
Alright. Felix, you're up.
Alright. Well, let's, I guess let's go around the corner here. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to, do a little bit of healing action.
Okay.
And I'm going to give myself a lovely, lovely cure wounds.
Lady lump.
Yes. All up on my
Oh,
house.
it's turned until it takes damage. Okay, well, in that case,
Cure wounds.
it does not move. It actually turns around and faces Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
12 wounds? Damn. Alright, cool. Alright.
So much better.
We're gonna retroactive this here because I didn't realize that when you hit something that's turned, they lose the turned condition.
Yeah.
Alright, Pulquat. We're gonna back up just a second. You smack the zombie in the back of the head. We'll just keep the other damage as it ran away for that moment, and it stops, turns, steps back towards you. It will use its gaze attack. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save, please. Pulquat.
Alright.
That would be a fail. As it
Oh,
turns
that's an epic fail.
and its eyes flash, you've never felt fear like this in your life. This is the scariest thing you have ever seen. On your
Turn me
turn,
around and nope me.
you have to flee. These guys are moving. Grr. Alright, Temple, you're up. What you doing?
Let's see here. What can I do? I don't think I can see it anymore from where I'm at, or can I?
You cannot see it from where you are.
There's no room to move up. I guess I will just hold my action for now until I can.
In this situation,
Find
since
room.
you're right on the corner, I will go ahead and let you lean out.
Okay.
If you're going to be throwing a spell or something.
Yeah, I'll do a firebolt.
Alright. Roll to hit.
25.
25
Unless
hits.
it's disadvantaged. For 5.
No, we'll just, 25 is fine.
Okay. For 5.
Since there's no room and you're right on the corner, you can kind of lean out and throw a spell.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of roll with it for now. It's all good. Alright, 5 damage. Cool. You see it, like, it's got lightning burns on one side, and on the other side it's got, like, it's still sort of burning.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool. Omen, you are up.
Yeah, I don't see anything from where I'm at. And given that nobody else is moving, yeah, I guess I'll hold my movement. I'm not doing anything.
All right. In just a moment. I gotta check something real quick. Okay, cool. Alright, Omen, roll me a perception check, and Shavia as well.
Perception?
Perception, yep. Alright. Coming out of the room that you guys blasted, you hear the slow, paced steps of something splashing through the water.
Great.
Alright, these guys. You are out of sight, so they're going to do that. Alright, Shavia, what are you going to do?
Turn and look at what's coming out of that door.
Alright, at the moment, you don't see anything, but you hear the footfalls of things coming.
Incoming, and I prepare myself. Ready in action.
Ready in action. Alright, which action are you going to prepare?
Crossbow.
Crossbow attack? Alright, cool.
Since I held my action, can I react to those sounds?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
You said they were coming from the door that we blasted, right?
Yep.
So I guess what I will do is I will, actually, yeah, I'll kind of like move in a way that allows me to lean back and look at what's going on down that way.
Okay. So you
And
kinda
do I see
position
anything? Yeah, just kind of like lean out enough to look and do I see anything coming through the doorway?
You don't currently see anything coming through, but as you sort of lean back, you do hear things walking in your direction.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just prepare to cast a spell as soon as I see something.
Which spell? You have to be specific in your action you're holding.
Okay. I am going to ready chromatic orb.
Readying chromatic orb. All right. You kind of like start to get the spell going.
Yeah, and when I cast this, I actually choose what type of damage it's going to do, and I'm going to channel lightning.
Okay, cool. All right.
Can I request you not?
It shouldn't travel all the way through the water unless it's like super
You're
lightning.
a funny man.
There is a range, but I'm not going to tell you what the range is.
Shouldn't. Many things happen that shouldn't.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm still channeling lightning.
Alrighty.
I'm holding out.
Right.
Holding out.
Alright, what does she...
I think in Yu-Gi-Oh! They call this trusting in the heart of the cards. Just do it.
Do it.
This is very strong. I didn't ask how big the room was. Fine.
We're not even in that territory yet.
The man who just zapped the shit out of me. Thanks. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Not in that territory yet. No.
Not gonna
It
lie,
wasn't-
guy gave me an idea.
It wasn't 8 dice 6 of damage, so you're welcome.
Yeah, no, it's not. But by then it's usually not either. So there's usually some form of dive, dip, duck, dodge, dive going on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Alrighty. You guys see a strange little orange ball.
Speed of.
And then I need anyone in that radius to roll a dex save.
Dang it. Totally
Come on,
not
another
hitting,
nat.
right?
Come on, another nat 20. Ooh.
Just a second. I'll give Lord Marshall a +5 to his dex.
Sweet.
What are you using to do that?
Ancient knowledge.
Is it saves that it works on?
I thought it was.
I thought it was just skill checks involving
I'm trying to
things.
figure out where I put it. Give me ancient knowledge. There it is. Check or save. Tool check or save is what you told me.
Tool check or save. Okay. Alright. Here's what happens. As the little orange ball of light illuminates that section of that darkened corner, Temple, your mind goes into overdrive for a moment, just for a brief second. You recognize what this is, and you reach out, grab Felix, and shove him under, like you basically trip him into the water. Like a keto style, just like you throw your leg in there, hip toss, boom, get him into the water, and then flames shoot through this whole section. The place kind of rattles a little bit. All right. With Temple's saving moment, Felix, you only take 14 fire damage.
Sweet.
Temple, you take. The hell's her save again? 14 is her save. So you also take 14 damage as well. So like you splash down Felix and you get covered in water just as the blast hits you. Ploquat, you take 28 damage. However, what is your special thing I gave you? You had resistance to things, right?
I do it. I've got resistance to lightning and fire.
Lucky you. The fire hits. Alright, Temple and...
Oh, no. Oh, no, I misread that. I have a weakness to them. That's what you gave me.
Well, what's the bonus you have?
I don't see a bonus.
Aegon.
Yeah, I thought everything you gave to us was positive.
Shell
No,
shock.
no, no.
No.
Not
50
everything
times
was
per day,
positive.
you may redirect half the damage that is dealt to you back to your attacker. With that, I want to use that.
Alright. Oh yeah, shell
The
shock.
first thing I read to you.
No, because now you're redirecting more damage. You take 28, attacker takes 28.
It's half the damage of whatever she takes. Okay, you guys see as the fire envelops Ploquat, these weird glowing tattoos or marks like all over her body, her shell, everything. Man, my throat. Like just glow for a second. All right, so you're vulnerable to fire, so you take not 28, but dang, plus 14. What's that? 42 damage.
42. And then half of that.
And then 21 goes like, so you see these light up, and then you guys see another flash of light somewhere beyond this corner. Damn, that's good. What is
So
that?
how much damage do I end up taking?
42.
Please tell me that's not halved already.
What do you mean halved? You're vulnerable to fire.
Right. Well, half of the using
Half of the
shellshock,
42.
damage goes back to him. That's what I'm saying. Please don't tell me
After
that's already half.
after the 42, you take 42 damage. They take 21 damage.
Because it says redirect half the damage. So
Correct.
you made me think that I actually get away with it.
Oh.
I'm down.
No, you are right. It does say redirect half the
It does.
damage. So then you take 21, they take 21. Yeah, redirect half the damage that is dealt to you back to your attacker. So you basically, you take half the damage, they take half the damage.
Yes.
Got it. So you took 21, they took 21. We're good, we're square, we're squaresies.
Stop trying to murder me. I don't
Oh.
even have 42 hit points.
Too bad. Floquat, you are up. Running away.
I disappeared myself. You'll have to find me. Yeah,
She's
I have
really
6 hit
running.
points. I have 6 hit points. I'm fucking running away.
That's too bad. I was gonna drop you a heal right on your shell here. Just be like, boop.
If you run, the undead creature has an attack of opportunity against you.
I think she has to.
You
I
can
don't
use her
fear.
action.
I have to run anyway because I'm feared.
She's afeared.
Right. All right. Yeah. So
You can use her action to disengage and then use her movement to run.
That is accurate.
that's fine. All right. The undead creature. It looks fucking rough. It's like it did have flesh on it. Now it's mostly skeletal. The flames and the blast from it just sort of blew whatever fleshy bits it had left on the wall, just splatting against it. It looks fucking. It looked rough before, but now it's like it's really fucking rough.
It's astounding it survived it.
This is not your normal undead zombie.
Good God.
I'll just let you know that it barely survived that last attack. It took damage. It's no longer under your... What is it? Turn undead. Okay. Yeah, it kind of like lumbers forward. The only parts of it that have like mostly flesh is whatever was under the water. So like mid-thigh down still has like meat on it. However, the light in its eyes is gone. Whatever energies were there were blasted away. And it lazily takes a swing at you, Felix.
Nat 20. I'm dead.
Nat 20. You take 700 damage. No. It's like... it doesn't have enough force of anything to really do any... Like, the muscles in its arms are gone. So it just kind of like... lumply kind of slaps your chest, like your armor, with its hand, basically doing nothing. You're up, Felix.
Alright, well, let's just whack it to get it over with.
Alright.
13. Ooh.
You hit. Its AC is reduced because most of,
Yay.
yeah,
6 damage.
6 damage. That'll do it. You take your hammer,
Alright.
boom, right in like the skeletal remains of its head. It caves in, and you see this sort of puff of like putrid energy kind of out the back of its head. It immediately goes black and falls.
Time to regroup. Come, metal man.
We don't want to deal with the caster.
Not yet.
Okay. I'm good with the regroup then.
Okay,
Assuming the swarm keeps running.
Well, and they've got a minute that they're gonna be running unless they get rallied
Damaged by
from
fireball.
something they do. Yeah.
It's
I'm
alright.
not entirely sure that'll still count. I mean, I guess technically it counts, but that's kind of a yeah, all right rule.
I think swarms are weak to AoE attacks, but I could be wrong.
Hopefully.
I'm just gonna move up the stairs out of the water, I guess, and kind of plug the hole.
Okay. At this point, where'd they go? Hang on. Coming out of that door,
I will be right back.
you guys see a handful of skeletons.
Yeah. Is it too late for me to move somewhere else?
This is after your turn and the beginning of Omen's turn.
Okay. That's
so
fine.
I need to add these guys.
Yeah, zap them.
Right? That's what I was gonna do.
Go for it. We're all out of the water now.
Yep.
Everybody unload their electricity on there. Go for it.
You guys are dead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna release that chromatic orb.
I'm just putting them in their turn order.
Oh, okay.
All right, you see these two undead kind of like step through. They're just kind of like they got like looks like rusty swords and like battered shields, and they're just sort of like not really limping, like they're sort of like just falling, but their feet catch them at the last second. So they're lurching forward. And you're gonna hit your chromatic orb on the first one.
Yeah, the first one coming out.
Is that a roll to hit? It is a roll to hit. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay, 13 is their armor, so that is a partial hit. So like you throw your chromatic orb, it hits them, and you see this electricity. 18 damage. All right. The first one gets hit, and you see it just sort of like it sort of like shakes for a second. And you see it just kind of crumple and fall apart.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, you still have your movement. Or that was your held action. So it's now your turn. What is your action? What are you gonna do?
So I could fire again if I want.
Yeah, that was your held action. And Shavir,
Okay.
We'll cover your held action and your action on your turn since you're next.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna pop a second chromatic orb at the next one coming through the door.
All right. Yeah, you loose the one you were holding, and then you kind of pull up. Unfortunately, hang on. You did see the lightning kind of arc into the ground and kind of go off into certain directions. So it did take some damage from the first one. However, it's sort of like shaking and moving back and forth, and you huck your second one, and it kind of goes wide and just hits the wall behind it. Would you like to move?
No, I'll stay right where I'm at.
All right, Shavia, your your first action, or your held action.
Right.
Sorry.
Held action. Alright. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Bonus action.
Okay. Two of them sort of like hit, but they sort of hit like the rib cage. They're hitting odd spots.
I need some blunt arrows.
All right, so you 2 shots. I would say it looks rough, but it's a skeleton, so you can't quite really tell what it is exactly.
Alright. For my turn, I'll just do the same thing. Attack and bonus action.
All right, just pata. All right, your first attack will do it. You actually knock the head off of it, and the body just sort of crumbles.
Alrighty. Just stand there. Wait for anything else coming out of woodworks.
Alrighty. What is she gonna do?
Got skeletons now.
That's what she does. Alright, cool. Ploquats, you are up. What are you gonna do?
Was there any healing that was done?
No.
Okay, I'm staying back here then. I have no healing potions. So.
You're out?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna kind of hang out and do nothing?
Yes. I don't
Alright.
feel like dying today.
You see another skeleton kind of plop through. What is their movement? Oh, jeez. They don't shamble in 5th edition. So let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. It's just sort of like... you hear the teeth chatter, and yeah. Locks up. Can't dash. Okay, cool. Felix, you're up.
Alright, well, let's take care of business then. Oh, let's do a healing on you. 12. Yes.
Is that to me?
Yes, that's to
What
you.
what level did you use?
Second?
Cure Wounds a second level spell or first level spell?
It's the first level.
But you upcasted it?
Yep.
Alright, so she gained 17.
Interesting.
Take it.
That's interesting, it didn't calculate.
It says
The higher cast
higher
goes
level
above.
cast 5. and then
Oh,
below
okay,
it's
okay,
12.
okay.
Yeah.
17. There you go. Cool. And then I will step back over here, I guess. I think that's about the rest I can do at the moment. Yes.
Alright. They are doing that. Temple, you're up.
Didn't realize it's my turn already. There's stuff going on back here, so I will just come back over. And I will ready a lightning launcher attack. Or, actually, shit. I'll just firebolt the skeleton in front of me,
Alright,
since
roll.
I see him now. 10. That'll be my turn.
Unfortunately, you cast firebolt, and it kind of like goes through the ribs, hits the wall behind it, and just sort of misses. Another skeleton plops through. Omen, you're up. The undead are approaching.
Yeah. So before I can take my action before I move, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna Ray of Frost, right in front of me, at the one in front of me.
All right.
22 hits for 8 cold.
All right, 22 hits. 8 cold damage. All right.
And then I will... Well, like, they're getting so close, so I'm going to back up into this corner.
Okay. Rock on. Is that you?
That's me.
All right, Shavia, you're up.
Do I see just those two? Alright, I will shoot.
The one up front has like icicles hanging off of it.
And its speed is reduced by 10.
Yep.
Nice.
18 hits for 8 damage. All right, you hit the frozen part of this skeleton, and you see this hole get punched through it. It kind of breaks apart and stumbles to the ground, just sort of like splish, 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 splish into the water.
Nice. Bonus action. Shoot the next one for 8.
Okay. Yeah, this one here, you kind of hit in the sternum, and you hear a loud crack.
Nice.
Dang, 8 damage. All right. She's doing something. Ploquat, what are you doing?
Is there anything left standing?
There's a skeleton in the water.
There it is. I'm no longer dying. I'll run up and attack it.
All right.
Thank you for
Run
Marcus.
down the stairs.
Thank you, Marcus, for keeping my ass alive.
Don't take me yet. We're not out of here yet.
You threw the last bit.
I got 1 spell slot.
Totally have advantage on that, right?
Nope. You go up and you swing the flail, and it doesn't really move a whole lot, but it kind of turns the hair, and like it just kind of bounces off the shield.
Okay.
All right, skeleton warrior. That guy is dead. Felix, you're up.
Cool. Well, go ahead and drop a sacred flame on it.
Sacred fame. Sacred fame. I'm famous. That is a dexterity save of 15. That is a natural 5 minus... Oh no, plus 2. They have a plus 2 dex. Holy shit. 7. However, that doesn't work.
That's
So,
interesting.
yeah, I don't understand the stats for these creatures in 5th edition. Like,
They
at
have better
all.
dex than I do.
Yeah, these skeletons have a better dex than most players.
What's their dexterity?
Fucking 14.
Ooh, I beat them. I have a higher dexterity than the skeleton. By what?
Radiant. Okay.
Wow.
Alright, so you sacred flame, you call down this sort of like moonlight sort of appears above it and boom, hits him. The skeleton itself starts to just sort of crumble and fall apart into pieces. Dead. Alright. You gonna move, Felix, or you gonna stay there?
No,
I don't believe that thing's actually dead, guys. He didn't do the blah at the end of it.
Okay, blah. There, how's that? He doesn't have a tongue. Come on, guys.
So,
It's supposed to be the rattle.
A shambling skeleton, and you draw the line of believability at... Oh, it doesn't have a tongue.
yes.
Just throwing that out there.
Can you imagine how creepy it would be? Like you're fighting a skeleton, and all of a sudden, like it sticks its tongue out at you. That'd be creepy as fuck.
That would be, actually.
Honestly, maybe that's why they just go randomly slack-jawed at weird moments. You know, they still think they have a tongue. You just don't see it.
They think they have a tongue, so they pretend to have a tongue. Yeah, that makes sense. Felix, you still have your movement. What would you like to do?
Nope, I moved. I'm good.
You moved? Oh, there you are. Okay. Cool. All right. Oh, whoops, hang on. Cool. All right, Temple, what you doing?
I don't see anything else right now, so I am just going to ready an attack on anything that comes out of the door the skeletons came through.
What attack are you readying?
The lightning
Carry it in the water.
launcher. Ah, she's far away. She'll be alright.
Maybe.
No,
Don't
I am
undo that healing I
susceptible.
just did, man.
I am susceptible to electricity. Do not zappy zap the water when I'm in the water, dude.
She ain't
All right,
that far
Omen.
away.
What are you doing?
Don't do it, man. We know where you sleep.
I am going to. I'm going to hold my action, but I will ready chromatic orb. But this time I'm going to. I'm gonna go ahead and ready. I don't want it to be. I'll ready fire.
Okay, fire. All right. Is that your go, Omen? Do you want to move?
No, that's it. I'll stay right in my corner and just hold my action.
All right. Shavia, you're up.
I'll ready my or hold my action for crossbow.
Okay, as of right now, you guys don't hear anything coming from that direction of the door that exploded.
Okay.
So you're just gonna ready your action? Okay.
Yep.
What is she doing? All right, that is what she's doing. Ploquat, you're up.
Well, if that door's clear, do we want to circle around and go ahead for the caster?
Sure. And that is back through this way.
That's back through there. Yeah. I'll follow right behind you.
Keep up.
That is how far I can make it.
All right. You round the corner, you see that weird undead thing on the ground, just burned to death. Felix, you're up.
Alright. I will follow. Follow.
Stepping back into the water. Now it's like, it was sort of clear, now it's like murky. The blood from the other guys that were you killed before just sort of like dispersing through the water. Whatever putrid essence is left of this undead is still sort of festering. It's great, and you're stepping in it, and it's awesome. All right. Let's see here. These guys. Oh, yeah, they still can't access you, so. Temple, you're up.
Alright, I'll follow behind Felix, I guess, and I guess hit myself with the cure wounds.
Healing yourself?
Yeah,
All
I need
right.
some. 11, that helps.
Sweet.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right. Omen, you're up.
If I'm still readying that spell, can I move while I'm doing so?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could also cancel that spell. So like, if there's nothing to do, you can just it won't waste a spell. You just sort of stop doing it.
Okay.
Since this is your actual action this turn, there's really nothing for you to do. you can opt to move. You just sort of have to have to basically restate that you are going to be readying another action.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll move here, still kind of keeping an eye on that doorway
Okay.
for now. But still readying an action. Chromatic orb fire.
Sweet. I'll get that going.
And that'll be me.
Cool.
So I'm
Yeah.
listening down the hallway and keeping an eye on the door.
All right. You're just sort of overwatching this section.
Yeah.
Cool. Shavia, you're up.
I'll keep up with the group and ready an action attack.
Just readying your crossbow attack.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So she is still doing that. All right, cool. Ploquat, you are up.
Alright. I suppose I'll go forward. Is that thing dead that's in front of me?
Yeah. It is a pile of burned skeletal rats. All right. As you pass by this door. Oops. Inside, you see just a massive pile of bones. The woman that you were fighting before has a what appears to be a scroll out, and she's just like doing something. You have no idea. Unless you have Arcana trained. Do you have Arcana trained?
No.
Okay. What are you going to do? You still have your action.
Would I be able to pull out my crossbow and shoot her?
Is it a hand crossbow or a regular, like, heavy crossbow?
Light crossbow.
A light crossbow. I can say that for a for your bonus action, you can swap weapons. And then for your action, you can shoot, but you have to put your flail away.
Okay, I'll put my flail away and pull out my crossbow and shoot. Mm, 20 non-natural.
20 to hit. 9 damage. All right. You just sort of like hang the flail off one side, pull out your crossbow, ka-chunk, launch it at her. You hit her in the back, and you hear like, she has to roll a concentration. That'll be a success. All right, Felix, you're up.
Alright, well, let's move. That's 10. 9, so that's 19. 9, so that's what, 28. That's 7 would be my total move. You know what? I don't want to go in that room. Yeah, I'm gonna, can I peek around the corner and, do a flame attack on her?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Yeah, Sacred Flame. Boop.
DC 15, all right. Dex save, huh?
If she wants to keep casting. I don't know if she can dex save and cast. I don't know what the rules are with that.
She still she still has to roll a concentration.
Good old concentration.
Good old concentration. All right, so she gets an arrow in the back, and then you, bam, hit her with the fire bolt. Or sacred flame, sorry.
Yes, and then I'm going to back out of the way with my remaining movement.
All
Make
right.
room for others.
Cool. At this point, these things have gone the way of the dodo. Temple, you're up. What you doing?
Let's catch up. Let's see here. About 5 feet. 15. 25. 35. Right in front of Carrie.
You have 35 movement.
I do.
Cool.
Then I'll use my lightning launcher. And zap that person out there. Potentially. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
12 damage.
12 damage. Alright, so... Boy, she likes to make those saves. However, 12 damage. Alright, you see her like... like she's just breathing heavy. She's kind of slumped over. Yeah. Omen, you're up.
I'm gonna stop readying the spell
Okay.
and just make my movement. I already counted out right
Cool.
here. That way. That's me.
Alright. Shavia, what you doing?
How far can you move on a dash?
It's twice your movement.
Ah, okay.
You move your movement amount, and then you move your movement again with a dash.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just move up to where I can see in the doorway. That'll be my thing.
So you just kind of move right in front of Carrie.
Actually,
are
I'll
you?
move to the side.
Oh, there. Okay, got you. Alright, is that you?
Yep.
Alright. Alright. You guys see out of the pile of bones 2 undead creatures.
Yeah.
Um, just a second, I gotta calculate your spells here real quick. Okay. Cool. Alright. She turns and she points forward. The skeletons charge forward. Temple.
Yep.
The first skeleton to reach you, kind of like, takes a swing at you. That's
Okay.
a nat 1. Kind of just hits the wall button next to you. Doesn't really do anything. Cloakwat, you're up.
Alright. Let's see. there's no room for me to get between temple and the skeletons.
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot through him. That crossbow. Pretty sure that means I'm at disadvantage.
Yep. That's a 16.
So 7 damage if I hit.
Yeah, you hit. The arrow, or the bolt, sorry, flies by Temple, a little too close for comfort, and impacts the undead in front of you. Seven damage? Okay. Are you going to move, Cloak Watch, or are you going to stay there?
I'm just gonna stay here.
Alright, Felix, you're up.
Alright, we're gonna peek over, drop the same thing on her, and call it a win.
Alright. You are now at disadvantage?
It's not a
Oh,
it's
never
not
mind,
a
it's
to
one of-
hit.
it's that,
She's
yep,
got she's got to try and figure her stuff out.
Okay. Figure it out yourself, God. That is a dexterity save. Oh, that's an 8. Alright, 7 damage. Okay. That moonbeam, boom, kind of comes down and shoots her. She goes, and you see her start to crumble to dust as she collapses into a pile of ash.
Do her creations crumble as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
As she's no longer concentrating on them because she is dead. Yeah, they kind of crumble into dust. She also kind of turns into a pile. Her cloak and things kind of collapse to the ground. She wasn't wearing much. She basically just had this tattered, nasty old robe and her weird wooden rat skull staff.
I think we need to go check out the rat skull staff.
Agreed.
All right. Let's go ahead and get out of exploration mode.
I vote the robot does it because he can. He's got the ancient knowledge. Ancient knowledge.
All right. Temple, you're going to examine this wooden staff?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me an
Yes.
Arcana real quick.
I've got it if you need it. I can assist if that would be helpful.
Do you have Arcana trained, Felix?
I do.
All right. So are you all going to sort of go into this room, check things out?
I would.
If you are, go ahead and move yourselves in.
If I'm assisting.
All right.
Yeah,
Staff's probably gonna
we'll
explode.
stay together.
Or you guys can stay out in the hall. That would probably be a good call. Away from the sketchy staff and the giant bone pile.
I'll stay out in the hallway, but I will get up out of the water.
Good call.
All right. So if you're helping, that means that Temple would have advantage. So that is a 15. Okay. What are you inspecting first?
The staff.
All right. The staff itself doesn't appear to be magical in nature. It must have been like her focus or something that she made to help her cast her own spells. But this probably wouldn't work for anybody else other than just a normal focus.
Okay.
All right. Since the two of you are also in there, give me some perception checks.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let the sneaky one come in and take a look around before we're done.
Right.
If they want to, it's up to them. All right, so you guys are kind of like looking around. You notice that on this table, next to where she is. This right here. It's got like blood on it, like bits and pieces of like bones and like gore. You also see what appears to be a tome of some kind of book that's there, like it's got like a black leather on it. You see like a weird leather-bound strap, and it has like this small skull-shaped locking mechanism. Like you see like a skull with a mouth, but it looks like a keyhole where the mouth would be.
Check the ashes for keys.
All right, you gonna sift through the ashes?
Yeah.
Cool. You kind of like move the now ash-covered robes aside. They are just tattered, wet. There's like mold growing on them. It's gross and nasty. But as you kind of sift through the ashes, you actually see a small key appear.
Sweet. Does it look like it would fit the book? Is there any kind of a title on the book or anything like
No,
that?
there's no title.
Let's wrap it in a piece of cloth and stash it.
All right. You have a black leather-bound dusty tome. Other than that, there really isn't much. This room appears to be some sort of storage of the dead. I mean, like, there's just piles of, like, corpses in various states of decomposition, mostly skeletal at this point.
Do we want to dig through them?
I will let you do that if you would like.
Yeah, I'm with Marcus here.
I'm going to go back out of the room now. If you would like to go in and dig, you are more than welcome.
I'm good.
Let Lewis do it.
No, I'm good.
Is this the same?
That is a pile of skeletal rats that no longer have the energy keeping them alive.
Ah,
So it's just a pile of dead, scrappy rats. However, you do see what appears to be a hallway in front of you, and a room to your right with a closed door.
look what?
I vote we take a short rest and go to the last room we were in without the skeletons and just take a short rest because we need it.
We do.
That's fine.
Because we're gonna need, whoever needs to heal needs to use their hit dice. I need to regain some uses of my channel divinity, and yeah, super cool to long rest, but we at least need to find a place for short rest.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so you guys are going to take a short rest. That is an hour of time, so things are going to happen during this hour.
Yep.
All right. You opt to take a short rest. Back in the room, what are you going to do with the corpses that are here? Just kind of move them off to the side.
Yeah.
All right. A short rest it is. Okay, you guys kind of sit down and take a breather. If you have any ability that is recharges on a short rest, go ahead and redo those. You can also spend hit points if you wish to roll and regain some hit points.
Well, I guess right before we take a short rest, I'd sift through any of the bodies and pick up as many crossbow bolts as I can.
All right, roll me a survival check. All right. How many did you fire? Was it 6?
10?
10? Okay. I'll say that you get 9 of them back. Temple, you gonna stay there? Or you gonna go back and take a short rest with your peers?
Rest.
All right.
By the way, thanks for the temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely clutch.
All right. While you're short resting, let's calculate some XP.
What is everybody at for
Okay.
XP right now?
After the 400, I'm at 1650.
I forgot about the
Oh, yeah, I didn't get the 400, so 1850 would be where we're at.
All right, you guys gain 380 experience points from this section of combat.
80, so
380.
2030.
2030.
Less than 700 to go.
nice.
All right. So who picked up the black tome? I just need to know.
I did.
Felix. All right, cool. Uh-oh, I got a smudge on my screen. Just a moment.
Guessing the temporary hit points disappear on a short rest.
Yep.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll be able to cast it again.
Yay.
All right, while you guys are doing that, I need to go take a quick break. All right. I'll be right back.
Okey-dokey.
All right, I'm back. All right.
Welcome back.
All right. So you guys take a short rest, gather your nerves, trying to figure out what's going on. After a little while, what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I'd say we're ready to head back down. Do you want to go check out the door right here, or do we want to go back around, down and around and check that other tunnel?
We should check the door.
Well, let's see,
Right
well,
here.
Right here,
this
I'd
hallway
say
right here.
check it out.
Probably empty, is my hope, but
Yeah,
might as well go check it out.
I'll go sneak.
Send the robot in first.
Alright.
As soon as everybody gets in the water, I'm gonna start charging my chromatic orb lightning damage. I'm just
All
kidding.
right, cool.
Keep a nose out for any gas that you might smell. It may start have been building up again over the last hour.
Right. I'll try to sneak in there.
All right, roll stealth. 24. All right. You sneak ahead, and as you sort of peer and look through, you see a room. Like a large room. You see like these pillars that are holding up like the ceiling, kind of like hastily made. You do see like scorch marks on everything here. Everything seems cracked, burned. Bits of the ceiling have fallen in and hit the ground. You actually see off to your right there is a hallway.
Okay.
That appears to lead to another room. However, north of here, north, you see that the room kind of goes up, it kind of curves, and there's also a door to your right, right in the middle of this particular room. Alright, as you kind of peek through, and you notice that it kind of circles back on itself, a separate room that that's weird. I'm gonna sneak up and check that spot.
Yeah.
Dang, my freaking throat. As you take a look, you just see that it's another separate like pathway, but on the far end, it is like you see the wall kind of shattered, fallen in on itself, and it's just like it's an empty shaft, and it's blocked.
Okay. Whoa, I'm flying over the roof.
Yeah, be careful. Don't be doing that.
I'll get back and describe everything I seen.
All right.
Empty. Looks like there's a hallway going off to the right. Might connect to where we were last. Might not, but it's fairly empty and destroyed.
After that blast, I'm sure it probably is. Well,
Right.
shall we go down and do a quick clear, or do we want to go check that hallway and see if they do connect?
I mean, if they do connect, both ways work out then.
Yeah.
Right.
There's also one more door back over in this area.
Yeah, I'd say let's go back where we were.
Okay.
Also, the ceilings didn't look very intact.
Oh, that's fun.
I forgot to mention that part.
They looked a little harrowing. I mean, like you look up and you see just like the rocks are just sort of like every now and then they kind of shuddered a little. The explosion was pretty gnarly in that area.
All from a firebolt.
Yeah.
Yes, but the room was full of explosive gases.
Oh yeah. I was glad we were not near that door.
There you go.
Lucky you guys caught it. However,
Yes.
Good job, Carrie. Alright, well, let's go down back to that door over there then.
all right, the door.
Dun,
All
dun,
right.
dun.
Yeah, as you kind of get down here, you're walking around, um, past the room full of all of the dead bodies and skeletons, and as you approach the door, it does appear to be damp, um, as most doors down here are. It's a wooden door. Um, it's got a few like little bit of mold here and there. It is definitely something a little strange. But there's no like insignia. There's no nothing on the door. What do you guys want to do?
Gary? You're
yeah.
up.
I can open it up.
Alright, I'm gonna move these corpses out of the way.
I shall employ my sniffer before I open it up, though.
Yeah.
Alright, roll a nature check.
I
You
smell
don't
nothing.
smell a thing, other than like the sort of mildew in the air and things like that. But yeah, you don't really smell much.
Well, YOLO, it's been nice knowing you guys. I'm gonna open the door, because opening doors have never hurt us ever.
Alright, you open the door. On the inside, you see what appears to
I hide
be
and jump, or I jump and hide.
um, a handful of small rats kind of scurry along, but it goes into a small room. Looks like there's a few like little like mice nests or rats nests in here, but you also see that there's a hallway that leads back to the west.
Alright, I suppose we go in.
Sure.
All right, as you all step in, out of these nests, the rats and mice just kind of scurry. A good at least like 20 of them just scurry off in different directions, back through the door, down the hallway. But none of them try to like bite you or attack you.
Good to know.
Okay. Omen, you actually approach another door that's here. This one here has like cracks in it. You can kind of see through a little bit, and you see what appears to be another kind of hallway that goes off into the east. But it's dark and it's hard to see. Wait, you have dark vision, don't you?
I do.
All right. Then you can see that through the cracks, you can kind of see a little stairwell that goes up, made out of stone, and it kind of just goes off to where you can't see anymore.
I'll test the handle, see if it's off.
Testing the handle. Yeah, it's an old, rusted handle. It doesn't appear to be locked or anything.
Okay. I'll go ahead and push it open slowly.
You're going to slowly push it open. Alright, just a moment. Where did that go? There. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, you open her up. Inside you do see like the stairs that go up. It's just a quick little step, maybe a foot or two up. However, it does smell, not like sulfur or anything like that, but it has a sort of, just a second, I'll move them over.
Oh, okay.
A smell of like sweat, excrement. There's a lot of things that seem to be going on in this area. However, as you climb up there and take a look, let's go ahead and reveal what you see. Straight ahead of you, there appears to be some sort of coffin or sarcophagus. The room itself kind of goes in further, and it kind of opens up a bit. So you guys have a choice. Do you go with Ploquat down that tunnel, or do you go with Omen down towards the sarcophagus? What do you guys wish to do?
I went with Omen just to make sure he doesn't die. But I'd like to go back.
All right. Temple, what you doing?
Oh.
Hold that.
Wait here and see who needs me.
All right. You guys have two options. Which one are you going to take?
Both.
Split the party. Fantastic.
That's what it's looking like.
We're gonna scatter the party across the entirety of the dungeon with waypoints that we can shout between each other.
That's right.
Well, if you have the message spell
We don't, but we're only like 20 feet apart.
at the moment,
That's the plan.
Rush in there and open the.
Why don't we go with the why don't we go back towards Ploquat and we'll go see if that dead ends out. And then we'll come back and we'll check out the sarcophagus. How's that sound?
Sure.
That way we're not splitting too bad.
Yeah.
I'll sneak up ahead and see what's up here.
all right, roll stealth. All right. You sort of crouch down and start doing your stealth move. As you reach this corner, you notice that it continues on. You hear the echoing of dripping water kind of coming down towards you. As you sort of look around the corner, you see that it keeps going, and then you can hear that sort of the water moving in this direction. It's not flooding, it's just you hear that the echo coming towards you.
Right. I gotcha. Yeah, just continue moving. Make sure everybody's keeping up.
All right, go ahead and stay there. What do you guys? What's the rest of you gonna do? Just let them go alone, or what?
I was waiting for Ploquat to go and take her place. Get hustling.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Down there we go.
All right. As you reach the corner here, you can still hear the water dripping, just the echoes, just going through this particular tight hallway.
Alright, keep walking down.
All
Sorry
right.
for Cloquat.
Yeah, like as you
The
walk,
hallway isn't big enough.
the sides of your shell kind of go.
Gonna have to go
Just
get
gotta-
that shell waxed again.
kind of scrape a little bit. Yeah, you probably going to after you got fireballed. All right. As you approach here, you see some steps that go down into about knee-high level of water. But as you look around the corner, you see that it keeps going and kind of veers off to the right. Uh-oh.
Keep moving forward, dudes.
Fix that. All right. The water here, as you kind of step in, it has a slight tingle as it touches your body. It doesn't. It's not like acid or nothing, but it just sort of like, almost like you're drinking bubbly water, but like on your leg.
So the water is spicy.
Spicy water. Yep.
Do we notice any kind of funky smell?
Down at this point, yeah, it smells like murky water. Like it's been sitting. There's really no real flow here. It's not fresh at all. It is old. murky, mildewy water.
Yummy.
All right. As you near the end, where it sort of has this weird bend, you come across what appears to... Oh, hang on. There's a wall there, and then it goes into another section. You can kind of see where it opens up, and as you approach this sort of large open area, you see that there's... it looks like a cave-in happened at some point, and there's just collapsed stone onto old sarcophagi that have been just shattered and broken.
Alright. Move in.
Alright.
Nothing moving that I see.
Nope. Alright. As you approach this last end here, you notice that, again, like parts of it are collapsed, but you do see a intact sarcophagus kind of sitting up on a little bit of a pedestal just above out of the water.
Well, this next room doesn't look like a trap at all, guys.
Time for you to spring it.
I go poke the sarcophagus.
All right.
Just jump on it and do a dance.
As you step up onto the pedestal, you can now kind of see more into it. It's actually kind of shattered and opened, and you see like this sort of partially submerged skeletal remains inside a sort of sludgy black ichor. The person inside probably would have been a pretty big individual, but they don't really look like much here. Roll me a perception check, please, since you're kind of looking in there. 11, alright. Yeah, there's like this black sludge. You don't quite see much in there. Same with you, as like, this appears to be where most of the smell is coming from. It is rank. You kind of get over there, your eyes water like you're chopping onions. Your nose just, like, you try and breathe through your nose and your body's like, no, I don't want to fucking do that. But, yeah, it's just a sarcophagus just kind of chilling here with a cracked lid. Part of it is sort of like busted off to the side, so you guys can see inside this thing, but it's kind of full of that black sludge. Which is kind of seeping out of like other cracks in the sarcophagus around it, but not enough to actually like fully empty this thing. What's everyone gonna do? Does anyone have religion trained?
Yes.
Or not
No.
religion,
Yeah.
sorry, history trained.
Also yes.
Also, no.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Guidance.
Can I hero, or does that advantage on guidance?
I think it just gives you a plus.
It gives you
plus
a
24.
1d4 bonus.
Can I hero point my roll?
I'll let you hero point your roll, yeah.
Is that just a d6 on it, or is that a reroll?
It is a reroll, yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Plus the d4.
Plus the d4.
Okay, so 21.
21. All right. You being an ancient construct, and your specific area of expertises are kind of like flashing in your mechanical mind. Instantly, you recognize this person must have been very important to whoever built this tomb or crypt, right? They're sort of off by themselves. They got a pedestal underneath their sarcophagus. Despite the walls here are mostly broken, there may have been more sections to this room, but they are now collapsed, just rock and stone. Another thing is the sarcophagus itself appears to be made out of a stone that is not from this area. So the other ones were sort of made from here. This appears to be an entirely different structure itself. This might be an older sarcophagi other than the other ones, but it does denote that this individual probably was, like I said, important to whoever made this place. All right. See, with your 21, you also notice that it's not a very specific thing. Like, there may have been tapestries on the walls that could give you more information as to who or what this person was, but they are just rotted and gone. Um, However, as you're looking at the body, roll me a perception test with advantage because you rolled a high history check. There's just some sort of something is sort of something in your mind is just sort of like speaking to you.
That was intelligence check.
That is a perception check.
Oh, perception. Sorry.
Yep, but you have guidance and advantage, so roll 22. All right, perfect. As you look inside, and you sort of basing off your previous history check, and you're looking over this individual, he appears to be, just based off the bone structure, things like that, a larger human male of some kind. This guy was probably at least 7 foot when he was alive. That's kind of what you're guessing. As you are looking in, you can kind of see there are things under the sludge.
Okay. Try and clear the sludge away.
And with your history roll, most important people are buried with the things that they had in life. So you're going to reach in and kind of feel around?
Yeah.
You are immune to disease, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you reach in, kind of
On
feel
that
around.
note, I'm gonna walk out of the room.
You don't know that. Get back here.
Nah, when he reaches in and starts digging around, I'm like, no, I'm out.
So like, I would just want to move the sludge away, then I'd figure out if I need tools for whatever is going on.
Throwing it at everybody.
Yeah, no, I legitimately, when you reach into the casket, I'm out.
Okay.
No. Yep.
Yep, and I'm just gonna come hide over here for a second. Tortle hasn't seen some shit yet.
Okay.
There's many reasons for my leaving.
Does desecrating graves go against your honor?
Not
any-
mine.
Not
Or-
entirely, but it's not something I'm super comfy with, so I'm just gonna remove myself. I understand in the quest for knowledge that can often be super important, so I
It
can allow
is.
him to justify it. I just don't really want to be privy to it, so
You
I'm
don't.
gonna
You don't
walk
want to
away.
witness it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna walk away.
It was all good until he reached in and you hear that of him
Yep.
moving things around.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Temple.
Yep.
You reach in, and the first thing you feel is, or like as you're moving things around, this person had various pieces of jewelry, bracelets. You know, now that you're closer, you can see that there was rings on the bony hand that's there. As you're sort of just moving the sludge out of the way, you know what the sludge is. It's decomposed body that's just been sitting for who knows how long.
But
Yep.
you didn't need to say that, man.
And you're just sort of moving it around. He's a warforged. You don't care.
Body soup. It's what you fleshies turn into.
Exactly. And so, but given who you are and what you do, you very carefully sort of move things aside. You try not to disturb too much. However, you do find about 300 gold worth of jewelry.
Okay. I'll rinse it in the water next to the
Okay?
tomb and then put it
So
away.
Whoever's taking notes, write that down.
Yep.
You also find he has a what the heck is the word I'm thinking of? On his right hand, you see what appears to be a ring of some kind that shows no sign of wear or tear. Even the sludge itself is sort of not coming near it.
Okay. I'll set that to the side for the moment.
Okay, kind of take it off, set it to the side.
What was the word you're looking for? Signet?
I have no idea who said that.
Yeah,
Anthony.
it's really hard to understand.
Was
So,
the word you're looking for signet or sign it?
Oh,
A signet ring?
no, it was something else I was trying to think of, but it's
Oh, okay.
Heirloom or something.
But yeah, like the sludge doesn't come near it. Like there's a small, like maybe a half-inch gap
Force field.
of sludge of some kind around it. The other hand looks like it's like a gold band around his middle finger that has what appears to be like a large. This one looks more like a signet ring on his left hand.
Okay. Take that too.
Last thing you find as you're kind of reaching around, you pull out what appears to be a two-handed battle axe.
Okay.
And as you kind of pull it out, it's got a lot of heft to it. What's your strength?
Yeah, no, I'm not lifting it then.
No, what's your strength? I need to know.
5.
5. Okay, you like reach in, you feel this like long, slick shaft, and you kind of go. You kind of like you get one end to kind of come out, and you recognize like a hilt or a haft of something.
Carrie, help him.
As you get the other side out, you
Can-
see the
Can I
other
hear him
blade.
struggling?
Alright, you
'Cause I'm
hear
literally just around the corner.
the strange noises of like metal
Or
straining.
I'm gonna peek my head around the corner and be like,
I require
"Do you need
assistance.
some help?"
This is too heavy for me.
Excuse me.
Because I have a 5 strength, but that's not my number. That's my
It's
modifier. So I'm gonna come around and help.
Just grab his arms.
no, just grab the handle.
Grab his
I'll
arms
wipe it
and
off.
help him lift it.
Alright, yeah, he's
Oh.
like he's struggling to hold just the shaft of whatever this is.
Yeah, I'll help him lift it.
Alright. Carrie, roll me a constitution save, please. That is
Good roll.
just enough. Alright,
Thank
you
goodness.
grab this sludge-covered shaft. It's like maybe 4 feet long. Ends in a double-headed, looks like a battle axe of some kind.
Cool.
Harry has a new weapon.
I don't know. Was it the sludge that made me roll Constitution or the weapon?
You don't know.
Oh no.
I will not divulge that information.
The identify shop is the next stop we're going to make.
Why-
Do you
Why
want to
do we
clean?
need a shop?
Do you want to clean this off in the water?
Yes. Not that the water's any better.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not
it is.
as bad. All right, it's not
It's not
sitting
concentrated sludge.
concentrated sludge. This is heavily
Very good.
diluted,
Name of the game.
heavily diluted sludge outside. Yeah. All right, you kind of
He
bend
has
down,
prestidigitation.
swish it around a
No.
bit.
No.
As you pull it out, there are strange writings on it along the battle axe head itself. Anyone have identify or anything like that?
I do. I do have identify.
All right.
As
Do you
long
want
as he
to
doesn't have to carry it.
cast it or do you want to ritual cast it?
I'd rather ritual cast it.
Okay.
Let's get out of the sludge back to the
Takes
main
about
room.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the main room.
If there's nothing else there, yeah, wait to cast it until you get back to the main room.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So right now you have a slightly dingy, rather well-preserved battle axe.
And a ring.
Or at least maybe back to
Ring,
this corner right here.
2
We don't have to
rings
go all
and
the way
jewelry.
back, but
Yep.
if that's it, then let's boogie on out of here.
Cool.
Go check out the other sarcophagus.
We can camp out and let him do his identify.
Yeah.
20 minutes of identifying for the 2 items.
Yeah.
Stuck on walls.
There's
Yeah.
there's the 2 rings and the axe, and then
Oh.
300 gold worth of jewelry.
Right, but I guess the jewelry might be magical.
Yeah,
Nothing
one of
says it
them. I
isn't.
mean, considering the sludge wasn't even like it couldn't be on it, and it showed no sign of wear and tear.
Right, but that was just the one ring.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah. Still.
Where's oh, is this the corner where we're doing identify?
Yeah. Yeah. This is kind of an out of the way corner, and it's.
Okay, just gonna hang out in that room while he does his ritual.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. So as he starts to he pulls out his things for his ritual. He marks the ground and kind of sets the items out. Which one do you want to identify first?
Let's do the battle axe.
The battle axe. So the big bad, super awesome looking, creepy ass, sludge covered, found in a corpse ridden sarcophagus battle axe.
Hey, it's not as sludge covered because I wouldn't rinsed it off in the sludge
Okay.
covered water.
Partially sludge covered.
Yep, that's right.
Wait, was it embedded in the body?
No.
I don't know. There was no body.
There was a skeleton with sludge and it was just in there.
Oh, okay.
Alright. You begin the incantation ritual to identify this item. While you are doing this, you get some flashes of insight in this particular item. For a brief moment, Temple, you see the forging of this item. The person, this, scruffy bearded human, just muscle bound, leather apron, bald. He's got like half a burned head from something. And you see one of his arms looks like it has an arrow sticking out of it or something, like a bit of a shaft of a bolt. You see another one kind of in his shoulder, and he's just frantically just pounding on this thing. It flashes forward again, and you see, sort of from the axe's point of view, like it's moving. There's motion. There's a battlefield of some kind. You can kind of see these vague shapes of people or things around it, and it's just swirling and like sticking into things and just like whipping around. You hear the distant sounds of just battle echoing through your mind. And you get another flash. There's a large stone room, a person in front of you. Like you're sort of seeing this all from like the axe's point of view, right? And you see someone who appears to be feminine in nature, but you can't quite make out entirely what it is. Everything is just sort of like big blob shapes, and just sort of like all of the noises are muffled. But you swing and you feel yourself just embed in this person, and then darkness after that. This will require more study. There's hints to things in there that you'll need to look into. The identify spell will give you a certain amount of information on this particular item. You'll need to either do more research or do more and more of these sort of identify rituals to unlock more of this item's information.
Yeah.
But for right now, it is a magical item. It is a master crafted, basically. It shows no sign of like rust or anything on it. The writing, it almost looks like I almost said Khazalid. It's like basically looks dwarven in nature.
Yep.
But it is, once you guys kind of clean the sludge off of it, it is a magical weapon. So for right now, it is a +1 battle axe.
Okay.
With a serious history from what you can gather from your check.
Okay. Let's do the ring that nothing touches.
Okay.
Next.
Alright, while you guys are kind of hanging out, while he's doing this, what's everyone else doing?
hanging out, keeping guard.
Just keeping watch, keeping guard. All right.
I'm
Dancing
going
his
to
little
go
turtle
down this
jig.
way and pray a blessing and tie it to the goddess for this bountiful knowledge we'll be gaining from the journey and adventure we're undertaking.
Okay. You're just gonna pray to your deity and just sort of do
Yes.
that. All right. Cool.
I'm
Um,
dancing a turtle jig in the corner while I wait.
how does a turtle dance? Is it sort of like
Like-
a hula dance where you sort of like have the uh, what is it, the
think
Hawaiian
like
style
think
or
a hula dance, but done by the worst white person ever who can't dance. Because
Dude,
we're
Ninja
turtles and
Turtles.
we're not dexterous.
okay, so there's no like belly motions or nothing like
No.
that. It's just sort of like you shaking your shell.
Yes. Strategically shaking my shell.
Yes, to whatever tune is in your head, you are doing this. Okay, that's hilarious.
Yes. Yes, Marcus.
Okay, cool. So you want to do the ring where the sludge wasn't touching it, right? Temple? Is your mic muted? Did Temple pass away? Is he
Did he
passed
fall
out?
asleep
Did he fall
already,
asleep?
man?
Fall asleep already?
No, sorry, I stepped away to the bathroom.
Ah, okay.
Apologies.
Anyways, while everyone is sort of doing their own thing while they're waiting for you to ritually cast your identify spell, again, it takes a bit of time, about 10 minutes or so, to get everything set. Like, you have to redo your incantation. It's a different way for this particular item. But yeah, you kind of like reach in there, your arcane mind, and just sort of thinking about it. And for some reason, this one doesn't go into like this weird, crazy detail about its history. But you do get glimpses, right? You get glimpses of this person. Again, it's kind of like a shapeless individual. You can't tell exactly what they are, but they appear to be, from the ring's point of view, they are basically just lightly tapping on it. It's at that point to where the enchantment sort of kicks in into this particular ring. From that point on, you sort of get this feeling that it's got that strange, like a green gem encrusted in it. It's got like bits of silver kind of wrapped around it, kind of hold it in place. Almost looks like briars, or a bramble bush of some kind. The actual ring itself is looks like it's made out of like a silver that has that sort of same bramble wrap to it, just not on the inside where the finger goes. But this here, you notice that it was given to someone. They looked frail and unhealthy, and as the days and moons just kind of spin quickly, who knows how long it is, but you get the feeling that they got better. They became healthy, and then the person is in a you see like a bit of darkness, and then like another person has the ring after that. Like they put it on, like the ring doesn't recognize anything unless it's on somebody, right? No recollection, nothing like that. But you also then you get this sensation that you are on a much larger individual. Very like the bone structure you recognize as the person inside the sarcophagus from earlier. So they were the last ones to have this particular ring. So for this ring, it is actually a ring of disease resistance, meaning that whoever has it is basically immune to disease.
Okay.
However, that is what you gather from it. You feel that there's more, but that'll require research, more diving into it. Yeah. Welcome back. But as for right now, you are disease resistant or immune to disease. Whoever wears this ring.
Okay. And the signet ring next, I guess.
All right, you again. There's 30 minutes of time going by. Whoever has any hit dice left, you can spend them if you want to, from your short rest earlier. So if you need to, you guys can roll and gain some hit points back. All right, you take your chalk or whatever you're using to do your ritual. You kind of spread it out. I'll say it takes a little less time for this identifying, maybe like 5 minutes, because different items require different rituals, and since these are kind of the same, a ring, you can kind of use the same ritual writing that you do on the ground, right?
Okay.
So you kind of you just sort of fix a few things, because once the spell is over, it kind of flares, and then whatever's left, you just sort of fix, and then you kind of go back into it. So this signet ring, right? The signet ring itself is made out of gold, and it has a maybe a quarter-sized edition where the signet piece is. The actual symbol itself, it looks like a almost like a dragon of some kind, with what appears to be like a sword through it. Not like stabbing it, but like there's like the sword, and then behind it is the image of a dragon. Alright, so you do your ritual, you cast your spell. This one here is... you do sense that there's magic to it, but it doesn't seem to have any real... what's the word am I thinking of? Like, you can't tell its potency, you can't quite figure out what the magic does. It's very different from other items you've identified before. Like, sometimes you can kind of follow the trail of magic and see how things are going. But yeah, you get that same sort of image of it being crafted, again, by some amorphous blob that you can't quite tell if it's male, female, or dwarven, or whatever. But you get the feeling that there's a lot of importance to this ring, like the work being put into it, the incantations being put into it. You kind of see the process of them, you get visions of it sitting in fire. You get visions of it being put into brought to a place that's cold, that you can't quite, you get that sort of feeling. Like, you don't know what cold feels like because you're a warforged, but like you get that sense that it's being brought to these different locations, and being imbued with a type of magic. So you know that it's magical, you know that it's important, but you don't quite get anything off of it. Like there's nothing direct giving you anything about this. This will require more research and more castings of the Identify spell.
Okay.
Like I said before we started playing, I'm changing how things sort of work for story purposes. So, but after you do this, you get the battle axe. That's there. You do recognize the sort of enchantment. It does have something there, but there's more to it. But it is considered at this moment a +1 battle axe. Then you have the ring of basically makes you immune to disease. But there seems to be more to it. There's something else there, but you can't quite grasp what it is. Same thing with the dragon, the sword and dragon signet ring. Okay, you got that all noted down, eh?
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, you guys spend about 30-35 minutes kind of hanging out while Temple goes through the process of identifying these and getting some information from them. Did any of you use any of your hit die at this point in time to heal up anything?
I did.
Okay. I'm not going to consider it a short rest. It's just there was an amount of time. You guys weren't in combat or anything. So you can technically use some hit die.
I don't need to anymore though. I just
Okay. If you're full up, you don't have to. You can just do your hula dance and call it good.
That's right.
All right.
My
However,
sexy turtle dance.
sexy turtle dance. That I might have to animate that one of these days.
You should. It would be great.
Just in the middle of a deep, dark, dank dungeon, just hula dancing while other people are doing stuff.
So we'll have you like record me doing some horrible dance because I can't
Okay.
dance because I have no dexterity and
You got no rhythm.
base it on that.
Right. However, everybody, it is 12:02. We'll go ahead and call it for tonight. Go ahead and have an extra 100 XP for playing. Yeah, and then we'll continue next Sunday doing what we can, doing what we do, playing games, having fun, and me changing entire modules to make them better. But yeah, you guys battled through here, did a bunch of stuff, found some cool shit, and you guys almost missed, and now you are ready to move on. So yeah, you guys have a good night, and to those of you who have watched, have a good night too. Yeah, goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
A good one.